Hey there, Traci Warren here, holistic health coach, and today I'm going to be talking to you about carbs. What I've done is I've laid out a bunch of different carb sources that I have in my home, and these are not counting vegetable carbs, which of course are also great for you. But what I want to do is just kind of show you what different things are and the types of things that I eat. Maybe that will be helpful to you, and you may find something that you want to try. My hand landed on the almond milk, so I'll just start there. This is Silk unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and I use about 8 ounces of this a day in my vegan Shakeology, and I really don't count that as one of my carbs for the day. That's just, for me, it's just about a freebie, okay? Because it's very low in calories, and I absolutely love it. Another thing that I love is Ezekiel bread, and this may take getting used to if you're not used to a really hearty, dense bread. For me, I have gone off and on of Ezekiel because in our home we have gone off and on of being gluten-free and eating gluten-free. Now I know for myself that I'm okay with gluten, but for if you do need to be gluten-free, then this will not be an option for you. But it's actually flourless and it's all sprouted grains. So in my mind, it's about as good of a bread as you can possibly get. And if you are new to Ezekiel bread, I would recommend that you start eating it toasted. I absolutely love it toasted, and typically I put a teaspoon of coconut oil on it, and that's how I eat my toast. Another amazing option in the Ezekiel line is their cinnamon raisin bread, and it does have a little bit of more sugar because it's got the raisins in it, but it's also flourless and certified low glycemic. So it's really good. And the Ezekiel brand English muffins are amazing. They also make a tortilla, and for certain things it's really good. It is it's really hearty because it's whole grains. But because of that, it can kind of crack. So if you're using it for a wrap or something, it doesn't work so well. If you want to use it for like a pizza or like a flatbread type thing, then it's really good. Brown rice, we keep a lot of it in our refrigerator just about all the time, as well as the freezer. So I make a huge batch, pretty much the whole bag of rice, and then freeze it in individual servings or freeze a container like this for the week, and that way I can just pull from it and go. Same thing with our quinoa. Here's an individual serving that I had pulled from the freezer that's already cooked, ready to go, and that way I can throw it in salads or stir fry, and I've got good healthy carbs that way. And quinoa is actually a whole protein too, so you get that added benefit of the protein. Another option for me is oatmeal. I eat oatmeal just about every day, and I use the 21-day fix containers, and I don't have my yellow one right here, I don't think. Let's see. I don't have my yellow one right here, but these are the containers, and so I will fill up my yellow container with oatmeal or the rice or quinoa, whatever it may be, and then I know exactly what I need for that serving. And another great source is beans, and here are garbanzo beans. These are dried, and I'm planning on roasting them myself. You can do a ton of different recipes with roasted ones. These I actually picked up at Costco because I saw them and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try that. And they are sea salt. The downside is that there is a dish, because they're roasted, they put their own oil in them, and I would rather have control over that in my own home and choose which oil and how much oil and that kind of thing. So that's another option. Something else we do at our house are pancakes and waffles, and I don't eat as many of these on a regular basis as like our kids do, but this we also came across at Costco, and it has not been open, so I can't speak to this brand specifically. But what I typically do is make the protein waffles from this Fix8 cookbook. I use this for everything, and then there's also a recipe here in the Beast book that is for pancakes that's really good. More beans. We do black beans in our home quite a bit, and also pinto beans for beans and rice, and that way it combines to make a whole protein as well. So depending on your portion control level and how many calories that you are supposed to have per day, that's going to make a big difference in terms of how many servings of carbs that you get each day. And that's only something that you're going to know with additional coaching and talking with somebody who can walk you through the steps of your weight and your height and how active you are and what workouts you're doing and that kind of thing, so that we know how many you actually need per day. Now, a couple of other things. This is an organic bread that we also got at Costco. To me, this one is not as good as the Ezekiel because that one there's like no flour in it. So that's just grains, you know, like smashed into bread. This one actually is flour, so there is more processing that goes on in this, but that may still be a good option. The thing with bread is that you really have to watch the glycemic index of your bread, because something like this, a treat for the kids that is bagels, will have, even if they're whole wheat bagels, will have a higher glycemic index and spike your blood sugar, which is not what you want as you're trying to get healthy and maintain or lose weight. Hope this was helpful. Please feel free to message me with any questions. My email is traci@traciwarren.com.